Today I've come out to photograph some small invertebrates and those kind of things. So you may recognize this place here. I walked past this on my way up to the golden plovers when I was camping last week. So I noticed there's quite a bit of activity here with the pond here. This little lock here is quite a bit of activity with dragonflies, damselflies, butterflies and those kind of things. And I've seen that here before as well. So today, just come up early. The sun is just coming up in the back here, but you know, these being kind of ectothermic, they rely on the sun for the energy to move about. So basically, nothing is moving out just yet. But maybe I can find something still resting on the leaves and just have a look for what things are, because they won't really move about that much now before the sun comes out. But then when the sun comes out, they move about a bit more. They'll, you know, hopefully sit on some nice leaves or something like that. They can get a good composition and a nice photo out of it. Feels like I'm a little bit early still in the day. I just can't see many things here. I can't see any dragonflies or damselflies, anything like that yet. So it feels like I'm a little bit early. They're not risen up yet, and I've kind of been not quite come out of their slightly dormant state from the evening or from nighttime yet. This isn't the type of photography I do a lot of. I'd like to do a little bit more of it. And I don't have a proper macro lens or anything like that. I'm just using my telephoto lens, and I'll probably put on my extender in a bit as well. 1.4 meters is the minimum focus distance. But then putting on the extender, that'll give me the extra reach, but I still get the 1.4 minimum focus distance. I think with micro four thirds might actually be a little bit of an advantage here, because it gives you a little bit extra depth of field which can sometimes be tricky with small things like dragonflies and butterflies and that, because you want to have a little bit extra depth of field. So you get maybe at least, you know, all of the eyes sharp, and maybe even a bit more, maybe their whole body as well. And when you get up close distance like this with the telephoto, the depth of field gets really narrow. As I said before, I'm not very technical, so I don't know the exact depth of fields, and I don't get the proper macro lens or anything like that. I just use the gear that I have and try and create something. I'm just going to approach it the same way that I would birds. But here, obviously, once you have something sitting still, you often get more time with it. You get to very often move around a little bit and try different compositions. So in a way, it can actually be easier, and it's good practice for other types of photography. But I do need something to photograph. Let's hope something comes out soon. I'm not very familiar with the names of the different things either. I probably know the name of only a couple of dragonflies and a handful of butterflies or something like that. But they are nice looking creatures, and I do enjoy photographing them. So I've had this little blue dragonfly here landing on some of these grasses in front of me, and it's been really good. I got a good few with the extender on. So basically that makes this 420 times 2, so 840. But one of the biggest problems I had was actually getting it in the viewfinder, because I'm very close. I'm basically at the minimum focus distance, which is 1.4 meters, and finding it in the viewfinder is really tricky. The best thing I found was to try and just look down below it, try and focus, automatic focus on the grass below it, and then try and slowly move up. And usually then it would be out of focus, but I could just make out like a little blue, kind of blurry little patch of the dragonfly. And then I would manage to catch the focus there. Another thing that I noticed as well was that in the beginning I was walking way too fast. I really slowed down, because when these dragonflies, or whatever it is you're looking for, when they're sitting still on a little bit of grass or something like that, or you know, the bracken that's around here, they are pretty much invisible. Like, you really have to look hard to get them to stand out, unless they move. And a lot of times they will just sit still. So walking much slower and really looking at individual leaves and grasses, I can really help finding them. Unbelievable. I just had a pine marten run along the edge of the water just behind me here. Just kind of here and along. That is the best view I've had of one in the wild before. I think I've seen him once before. I've seen him a couple of times, but the best view before this, I think it was from a car and just crossed the road. That was absolutely amazing. I only had a split second, so it was either do I take a photo, do I take a video. It wasn't going to be a good photo, so I took a video. Check it out. So happy about that. That is awesome. It's getting really warm, the sun is out properly now, and doesn't look like there's that many more clouds in the sky just now, so I think that's it. I'm not going to get any more good light. Light is getting really harsh, so I'm going to call it for today. But this has been an amazing morning, just out trying something new. This is very new to me, I don't do this often. So it's been a bit of a learning experience. Hopefully I learned a little bit along the way and passed on some tips that I got from the experience to you guys. But anyways, just going out there and trying it out. I've really enjoyed it. Coming into the end of summer, I'll probably try another video like this where I photograph more insects, small little creepy crawlies and things like that, and small flying things. It's a little bit of a difference. I quite enjoy it. I want to try a little bit more of it before the season is over for that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week.